Now, this is a good time, actually, for you to take a small break because there was a scandal that erupted in your campaign, almost mirroring the Anthony Weiner scandal. Is that true?
A mirroring or sort of a beat-for-beat recreation is what it's been described as.
So you sent, over Twitter, you sent photos of Anthony Weiner's penis
to a young woman.
I did.
To a young woman.
Look, I will own up to my mistakes, you guys. And look, I not only was I falsely representing the size of my manhood, Anthony Weiner's penis is much bigger than
Anthony's.
You had it right. Anthony's Wiener is much larger than yours.
It's much larger than mine, and in an attempt, I haven't been in a good relationship for.
So hold on, let me get this straight. You were attempting to send a suitor a photo of your penis, and you were like, I can't take a photo of my actual penis. It's just a tad too small. So I'll find a picture of a penis, and you accidentally found Anthony Weiner's penis, and then you accidentally tweeted it.
Anthony's Weiner.
I did.
So sorry.
Yeah.
Why doesn't that come out more easily?
The thing is, I searched for famous dick pic on Google because I wanted one that looked good, and if it's famous, it's gonna look good. So I that was the first result on Google image searches. I downloaded it. The plan was to print it out and send it in the mail, just because I felt like that would be easy to not have.
That seems counterintuitive, because usually when you're trading nudie pics, you want to kind of be in the heat of the moment and not have some.
I like them printed out.
Yeah,
I like them printed out because what are you doing when you're trading nudie pics? You're laying around. You're kind of.
It's anticipation.
You're sort of doodling. You know what I mean?
You want to get eaten out.
Yeah. Exactly. So what better than a slippery phone that'll fall right out of your hand than a palpable piece of dry paper?
Well, what I'm saying is, the moment has passed once it makes its way there.
Well, that depends on what your goals are sexually. You know what I mean? If your goals, I don't know if we need to get into this on this podcast, but I'll say my personal goal sexually is for a long, intense build-up, and then a
quick disappointing end.
A quick disappointing end.
That's good.
I don't want to have a huge climax. I want to have a long build-up.
That's good.
And then I want, on the internet, I believe it's called
edging,
or what is it? Ruined orgasms.
Oh yeah, ruined orgasm tab on X videos.
That's good.
Very good.
This could be part of your platform. Your sexual your sexual platform's got some good political crossover.
This town is very sexual. I mean, we've got Cooters here. It's the only town in the country.
Very sexual
I think
town.
that you have a big constituency of people who finally see themselves in their candidate.
Yeah, what about the Fifth Street perverts?
Oh, that's right. They're a huge voting bloc.
But boy, can they sing.
The Fifth Street perverts have the most beautiful harmonies of any of the barbershop.
They were supposed to back up Bruce Springsteen at one point.
It was the E Street Band featuring the Fifth Street perverts. And I think what happened was
I heard Van Zandt couldn't handle it.
Yeah, Van Zandt couldn't handle it.
He's an egomaniac for sure. You can tell by the do-rag.
Were sharing the microphone with Springsteen and Van Zandt.
Van Zandt couldn't handle all those other big personalities.
He said, "I'm the only one that shares that microphone with old Bruce."
I saw, and you guys have seen the video. He walks up, he tightens that bandana, and he goes right at Petey.
Yeah, Petey pervert.
I just do want to quickly, this town. It sounds like there's also a restaurant called Scrotes. Where
That's right.
Where men walk around bottomless.
Well, which I didn't know about until you took me there on our date. And I didn't.
I was really into character, and this is my favorite restaurant.
That's right. And I'll tell you what. the wings were bad, but the scrotes were beautiful, and I'd go back for the scenery. So yeah, it's not the women and men of this town are perverts equally, I would say.
Sure.
That place was sold out.
Hey, it takes one to be one. You know what I mean?
Every seat in the house was sold at Scrotes.
That's the business model you got to get. You got to pay just to eat here. You got to pay for the right to eat here, to get in,
Pay
to
a
get a
ticket,
seat,
yeah.
and then you got to order your food and you got to pay for that.
Yeah. And
a
what
great
is
business model.
I mean, of course, the feminine figure is beautiful, but compared to a man's scrotum, there's not much. On God's green earth, I can't think of a more attractive thing to see all around you while you're eating food.
Agreed. Right at eye level. I heard that sometimes.
Yeah, you sit low. You do sit on little pillows.
Yeah, you sit low they have like a Japanese theme,
Right,
Where you're
yeah.
sitting on the ground.
And the men are all on downers, so they won't get erect the whole time. It's all flaccid penises, which is the best way
Thank
to look
God.
at one, in my opinion.
Thank God. And you're not gay, right?
No, I've been tested, and though my wife accused me of it several times, I don't believe I am.
You don't believe so?
No, the only time I ever said I was a couple years ago on my daughter's birthday.
I was there for this.
I think she wished that I couldn't tell a lie for a whole day. And I don't think it worked. Because she blew out those candles, and the first thing I said was, I think I'm gay.
Yeah, it must not have worked.
And for the next 24 hours, I was saying some crazy things that I don't
You
think I
kept
believe.
trying to write on sheets of papers, I am straight, and your hand just kept writing, I am gay.
That's right. And it couldn't have been less comical to watch.
It wasn't funny at all,
Wasn't
like
funny.
that movie.
It was tortured and horrifying for me. And I framed the paper.
You wrote a script about it called Gay Man, right?
That's right. I wrote a script called Gay Man, and I sent it to Rubberface himself, Jim Carrey, because I thought I saw him.
I love that movie, Rubberface.
I saw.
baby.
Very good, very good. They used to have it at Blockbuster, and I would almost exclusively rent it.
What other one would you go for?
For me, it was either. I guess it was either Rubberface or Silence of the Hams. It was because I go based on covers, and I saw that. I saw that Dom DeLuise Silence of the Hams cover, and I thought, well, this looks almost as funny as Rubberface, and it did not disappoint.
Yeah,
those are my top two favorite comedies. If you look at my IMDb list.
Now, explain to us again what the IMD list is. And it's IMD, right?
That's right. So, a while ago in the early phases of the internet, I started a website called IMD, and I basically categorized movies. I said who was in the cast. I had little funny trivia and goofs about them.
Yeah. This sounds almost like the website I'm familiar with now, imdb.com.
I agree, and I think they stole my intellectual property, and if the cops would call me back, we'd have a trial on our hands.
You got to call a lawyer, not the police.
Well, I have been calling my lawyer, but much like my therapist, he won't answer his phone.